Welcome to the vibrant heart of northern Greece. Known as the cultural capital of the country, Thessaloniki is a city where over 2,300 years of history meet a modern, energetic soul. As you walk through its sun-drenched streets, you will find a stunning blend of Roman ruins, Byzantine churches, and Ottoman architecture, all set against the breathtaking backdrop of the Thermaic Gulf. From the bustling energy of the waterfront to the quiet, winding alleys of the Old Town, this city offers an atmosphere that is truly unique. Whether you are a history lover, a dedicated foodie, or someone looking to enjoy the legendary Greek nightlife, there is something here for everyone. Get ready to explore the hidden gems and iconic landmarks of this Mediterranean jewel. Standing tall on the waterfront, this iconic landmark is the undisputed symbol of the city. Built by the Ottomans in the 15th century, it originally served as a powerful fortress to protect the harbor. However, its past is not as peaceful as its name suggests. For many years, it was a notorious prison known as the Tower of Blood because of the grim executions that took place within its walls. The name we use today comes from a fascinating story in the late 19th century, when a prisoner was granted his freedom in exchange for whitewashing the entire structure. This act symbolically purified the tower and transformed it into the beacon of hope you see now. Inside, you can climb the winding spiral staircase through 6 floors, each offering interactive exhibits that tell the story of the city across 23 centuries. The real reward waits at the very top. From the viewing platform, 34 meters above the ground, you are treated to a spectacular panoramic view of the Thermaic Gulf and the bustling promenade below. It is the perfect spot to feel the sea breeze and truly understand why this monument is so close to the hearts of the locals. Designed by a French architect after the Great Fire of 1917, this is the true heart of the city and one of the most impressive squares in all of Greece. Its unique horseshoe shape and grand neoclassical facades make it a masterpiece of urban design, opening up beautifully toward the sea. As you stand in the center of the square, you are surrounded by elegant buildings with arched balconies and intricate columns. On a clear day, if you look toward the horizon across the water, you might even catch a glimpse of the snowy peaks of Mount Olympus in the distance. This space is the ultimate meeting point for locals and visitors alike. It is a place where history and daily life collide. You can find high-end hotels, bustling cafes, and cinemas tucked into the surrounding blocks. Whether it is a quiet morning coffee while watching the pigeons or a massive public celebration at night, there is a constant rhythm here that defines the spirit of the city. The square is more than just a beautiful photo spot. It is the grand stage of the city, where the community comes together to breathe, talk, and enjoy the Mediterranean sunshine. Stepping away from the modern grid of the city center, you enter the historic district known as the Upper Town. This is the only part of the city that survived the Great Fire of 1917, making it a living museum of Old World's charm. As you climb the steep, winding streets, the atmosphere shifts instantly from the busy urban pace to a quiet, village-like serenity. The architecture here is a beautiful tapestry of traditional Macedonian and Ottoman styles. You will pass by colorful houses with overhanging wooden balconies, hidden gardens filled with jasmine, and narrow cobblestone alleys that feel like a labyrinth frozen in time. Everywhere you look, there is a sense of deep history etched into the stones. At the very top, you are greeted by the massive stone fortifications and the Heptapyrgion fortress, which has stood guard over the residents for centuries. This high vantage point offers what is arguably the most breathtaking view in the entire region. From here, the entire city stretches out beneath you like a map, leading your eyes all the way down to the sparkling blue waters of the Gulf. This massive circular structure is one of the most mysterious and impressive monuments in the city. It was originally built in the year 306 by the Roman Emperor Galerius, likely intended to be his grand mausoleum. With walls that are more than 6 meters thick, it was designed to withstand the passage of centuries, and its endurance is truly a marvel of ancient engineering. The building has lived many lives over the last 1,700 years. In the late 4th century, it was converted into a Christian church, which is when its stunning gold mosaics were added to the interior. These mosaics are some of the finest surviving examples of early Byzantine art in the world. Later, during the Ottoman era, it was transformed into a mosque, which explains the tall minaret that still stands proudly beside the main dome. When you step inside, the first thing you notice is the incredible sense of scale. The dome reaches a height of nearly 30 meters, creating a vast, open space that feels both holy and ancient. The way the light filters through the high windows creates a hauntingly beautiful atmosphere that changes throughout the day. Just a short walk from the Rotunda stands its architectural partner, a massive triumphal monument built in the year 298. This arch was constructed to celebrate a great military victory by the Roman Emperor Galerius over the Persians. Originally, it was a much larger structure with 8 massive pillars, but today, only 3 of those pillars and parts of the original arches remain standing. When you look closely at the surviving columns, you can see incredibly detailed marble carvings that tell a story. These stone reliefs depict battle scenes, soldiers, and elephants, all illustrating the power of the Roman Empire nearly 1,700 years ago. It is like a giant ancient comic book carved into stone for everyone to see. Because of its central location, the arch has become the most famous meeting point in the city. Locals simply call it Kamara, which is the Greek word for arch. On any given day, you will see hundreds of people waiting by these ancient stones, using this monument as a bridge between the busy modern shopping streets and the historic past. Hidden just beneath the level of the modern streets, this sprawling archaeological site was the beating heart of the city for over 300 years. Built in the late 2nd century, it served as the administrative, social, and religious center where the people of Roman Thessaloniki gathered to trade, debate, and worship. The site was actually discovered by accident in the 1960s during excavations for a new courthouse. Instead of a modern building, workers uncovered a grand rectangular square that was once paved in marble. One of the most impressive features you can see today is the Odeon, a beautifully restored ancient theater. Centuries ago, this stage hosted legendary Greek dramas and even intense gladiatorial games. Today, it still serves its original purpose, occasionally hosting concerts and cultural events under the open sky. Be sure to explore the Cryptoporticus, which is a series of semi-subterranean corridors that remain incredibly well preserved. These cool stone galleries lead to a hidden underground museum. Inside, you will find a treasure trove of artifacts, from silver coins to marble sculptures that tell the story of the city from the Hellenistic era all the way to the Great Fire of 1917. This scenic promenade is the soul of the city, stretching for nearly 6 kilometers along the sparkling blue waters of the Thermaic Gulf. It is divided into 2 parts, the historic old waterfront and the modern new waterfront, providing one of the longest and most beautiful seaside walks in all of Europe. As you stroll along the wide pathway, you will encounter the famous umbrella sculpture. This striking art installation features a cluster of slender, towering umbrellas that seem to float against the sky. It is a favorite spot for travelers, especially during the golden hour when the setting sun reflects off the metal and the sea. Just a few steps away, you will find the grand bronze statue of Alexander the Great on his legendary horse, Bucephalus, standing as a proud reminder of the city's ancient Macedonian roots. The new section of the waterfront is a masterpiece of modern urban design, featuring 13 different thematic gardens. You can wander through the Garden of Sound, the Garden of Roses, or the quiet Garden of Memory, each offering a unique atmosphere and a peaceful escape from the city noise. Located on the scenic waterfront, the Alexander the Great statue is one of the most recognizable monuments in the city. Erected in 1974, this massive bronze sculpture honors the legendary king of Macedonia, who remains a central figure in Greek history and identity. Standing over 6 meters tall, the statue depicts the young leader atop his famous horse, Bucephalus, captured in a powerful rearing pose as if ready for battle. The monument is surrounded by a large marble plaza, decorated with bronze shields and spears, representing the soldiers of the Macedonian phalanx. Its position facing the Thermaic Gulf creates a dramatic silhouette, especially during the golden hour when the sun sets over the water. The site serves as a popular gathering point for locals and a must-see landmark for anyone walking along the modern promenade. The sheer scale of the statue and its heroic posture evoke the spirit of the empire that once stretched from Greece all the way to India. It is a place where you can feel the weight of ancient history while enjoying the refreshing sea breeze of the modern city. Perched at the highest point of the city within the upper town, the Heptapyrgion of Thessaloniki is a monumental fortress that has guarded the region for over 1,600 years. Its name translates to 7 towers, though the structure actually features 10 distinct towers today, reflecting its many stages of construction from the Byzantine era to the Ottoman period. This imposing landmark served as the main fortress of the city's Acropolis and later became one of the most feared prisons in Greece during the 19th century. Its heavy stone walls and dark corridors hold centuries of stories, transitioning from a military stronghold to a place of isolation, and now to a protected cultural monument. The fortress offers the most spectacular panoramic view of the entire city, the harbor, and the distant mountains, making it a favorite spot for photographers. Visitors can explore the interior courtyard and walk along parts of the ancient battlements that have stood since the 4th century. The site often hosts outdoor cultural performances and concerts, where the ancient stone walls provide a dramatic and acoustic backdrop. Tucked away in the tranquil upper town, the Vlatadon Monastery is a hidden spiritual gem and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Founded in the 14th century, it is the only Byzantine monastery in the city that has remained active since its original construction, offering a rare and authentic glimpse into the religious life of the past. The monastery is home to a remarkable collection of centuries-old frescoes, rare icons, and sacred religious treasures that reflect the peak of Byzantine artistic expression. In the peaceful courtyard, you might encounter the monastery's famous peacocks, which wander freely among the ancient stones and lush greenery. Because of its high elevation on the northern walls of the city, the grounds provide a breathtaking panoramic view of the Thermaic Gulf, which is particularly stunning during the quiet hours of the early morning or sunset. The atmosphere here is one of deep serenity and silence, offering a perfect contrast to the bustling energy of the modern city center located just down the hill.